My bad, been slacking on the videos, but I had to get on today because I just watched the Yankees spring training game and I saw Will Warren's stuff look really good. Now, obviously, like I've been talking about Will Warren for a good amount of time. I think he's really gifted and has a real shot to be a really good contributor for the Yankees this year and a potential starter rotational guy beyond this year. Now, the news came out, unfortunately, about another prospect I did a video on, Chase Hampton, who had Tommy John surgery this morning, meaning that he'll be out for a while. And after Stroman, you had to think that Chase Hampton and Will Warren were the guys that were kind of up next if the Yankees were going to look for another starter to potentially eat innings, or they also signed Carlos Carrasco, who could also be an innings eater guy. But I had to get on because I was like, damn, like it's time for me to really get a Will Warren video going because Will Warren was just that good today. I mean, short work, obviously early in spring training, it's how it usually goes, but to strike out 3 and I believe 1 or 2 innings, like, and it was real like swing and miss stuff. And this changeup he threw is something I can't get out of my mind. Will Warren's got a shot, and like when you think about his trajectory, I know that like some people, Aaron Boone included, have compared him to guys like Clark Schmidt, who, for what it's worth, was the Yankees' ERA leader last year. Others feel like he's got some Michael King in him. I think he's got a chance because he's got 3 pitches that I firmly believe are true swing and miss pitches. Now, Will Warren really got roughed up in his 5 starts as a big leaguer. But, you know, I can excuse that kind of thing because pitchers tend to learn and grow. But in the minors, it's impossible to ignore how effective he was able to be. So that's why seeing this spring training action for him and seeing him look so good is so encouraging. Will Warren's got a pretty nice arsenal. I'm a fan of it. He throws a 2-seam fastball, which really tracks like a sinker, sitting between 91 and 93 and gets pretty good action. So that pitch, the sinker pitch, being at that velocity is just naturally going to generate a ton of ground balls. He throws that sweeper that operates in that 84 to 88 range, and that honestly is probably his most effective weapon and generates a ton of swings and misses. And he also, and we've heard about this curveball for a little bit, and we haven't really seen much of it, but he threw it, and it was nasty today in the upper 70s. And then he's throwing this changeup more and more and more that has crazy movement and falls off a cliff, and the one he had today was absolutely disgusting. When Will Warren turned pro, he played in High A Hudson Valley and posted a 3.6 ERA in 8 starts. And through that, he kept getting better and better and better in each start, which honestly kind of strengthens what a lot of people feel about him within New York, is that he's a learner and a thinker, and he's going to be able to adjust to big league hitters, which is why I don't hold his ERA in those 5 starts against him. Now, Will Warren isn't your typical power pitcher. He doesn't really rely on high velocity, but instead really is a true pitcher's pitcher, and or at least on the path for that, and really works through his arsenal. I mean, his 49.3% ground ball rate is kind of near the tops in AAA, and so that's really, really encouraging. And that paired with his slider, which is a sweeper, that sinker paired with that slider sweeper has really led to him generating some elite swing and miss stuff. He's up to the 88th percentile in all AAA in swing and miss, which is obviously what you want. You want to miss bats and you want soft contact, and that slider and then 2-seam that is a sinker paired with that curveball kind of allows him to do that. He's got the high spin, it's tested really well, and I think his sweeper is probably the best in the system. In 2023, playing for the Somerset Patriots, he posted a 2.45 ERA in 6 starts, and that got him a pretty fast promotion. His strikeout rate, being 28%, put him in the 93rd percentile in all AAA. His called strike and whiff rate, being at 30.4%, put him in the 93rd percentile as well. And with that, his ability to limit big damage and miss bats and also like freeze hitters is really encouraging, and that was kind of on full display. There are some concerns that he's going to have to work through, and it was nice seeing him work with guys on base today in particular. You know, his walk rate last year was in the 69th percentile in all AAA. That needs to be improved. I have no concerns about his velo, but he struggled at times against lefties, and the hope is that changeup, him throwing that more and more and it becoming more effective, can help reduce damage to lefties, because the one thing you don't want as a pitcher in Yankee Stadium is for left-handed hitters to do damage because of how short that right field porch is. The big question that Will Warren's going to try to answer this spring and early in the season is he ready for the majors? Is he ready for the big leagues? I think he's a lot closer than some people do, and with Chase Hampton going down and likely Stroman getting traded, you're going to need an extra guy in that rotation, and I think, you know, him being either a long inning guy in the bullpen or a guy that's like your 5th or 6th guy to eat up some innings, because what you don't want to do is burn out Max Fried, Cole, Rodon, or Heel, or Clark Schmidt during the regular season. And then naturally, you know how long seasons go. Pitchers get hurt. And when pitchers get hurt, you need young guys to try to seize the moment. And Will Warren feels like he's just about ready to do that. My bad, this video came out a little bit late. I am getting ready to go to spring training. Not in Florida, unfortunately. I'm going out to Arizona. I'm excited, though. Going to go see the Cubs. Going to go see Kyle Tucker. And obviously, like, there are a bunch of teams that are out there. So I'll be back probably with 2 or 3 videos next week, kind of highlighting what I saw, what I didn't see. And then kind of, you know, we're getting ready for the season, because the season is right around the corner and it'll be here before you know it. So as always, like, sub, really appreciative, creeping up on that 1,500 sub mark. I'm going to be posting a lot of shorts. I'm taking some videos and posting them as well. So if you're a baseball junkie, I can't think of a better place to be than on this channel.